There's a chance we may not be getting a June full Nintendo Direct, and that's a bit concerning. Let's talk about why. So it was announced through the Nintendo Today app that on June 18th, that being Wednesday at 6 a.m. Pacific time, there is going to be a 15-minute Donkey Kong Bananza exclusive Direct. It's going to show off new stuff from Donkey Kong Bananza, and it's going to be a little odd because I really didn't think we needed a full Direct or even a mention of Donkey Kong Bananza in the Direct. I think that was just a really odd choice. I was expecting there to be, if there was a Direct this month, not to be any mention of Donkey Kong Bananza. We already know that game's coming out. We've already seen a ton of it through the Treehouse Lives and everything like that. So we've seen a bunch of this game, and I find it very surprising that they're actually doubling down on this game and showing off more information. And the thing about this is there have been rumors and speculation regarding a June full Nintendo Direct showcasing everything else that's coming to the Nintendo Switch, because outside of Donkey Kong Bananza as well as Pokemon Legends ZA, we really don't know what is coming when to the Nintendo Switch 2. We don't have a release date for Metroid Prime 4. We don't have a release date for Kirby Air Riders. There's a ton of stuff that it just doesn't have a release date yet. So we were expecting a full Direct, and that's what a lot of the rumors were surrounding a possible June Direct. On top of that, outside of just the Nintendo stuff, we don't know what third-party stuff is really coming into the platform. We just had Summer Games Fest, and not a whole lot was actually announced for the Nintendo Switch 2 at that event. And it is normally a Nintendo tradition, which I find very annoying, that they save a lot of these announcements for their Nintendo Direct. So I find it very odd that there is no Nintendo Direct announcement, but a Donkey Kong Direct announcement. It just seems like, why show a game that we already know is coming and people are already excited for when we could be showing other games that are coming to this platform? Because as of right now, we don't have a whole lot outside of what was shown in the initial Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. Now, this can be concerning for a number of different reasons. One, again, we don't know what's actually coming to the system and when games are coming that are already announced. The release dates are not confirmed, but there are a couple different ways this could go down. The first is the most unfortunate of all the situations, and that is there's just simply not a Nintendo Direct this month. And that would be a little bit frustrating, in all honesty. I really was hoping we'd see some stuff, maybe, you know, some Xbox ports or some more third-party support, get a confirmed release date for Elden Ring on the Nintendo Switch 2. There's a lot of games third-party that are announced, but we don't know are actually coming at a certain date yet. So that's a bit frustrating. I was hoping we'd get one for that reason. So I'm really hoping this isn't the case. And I don't really think there's going to be a Nintendo Direct in July because of the fact that there's already a Pokemon Direct in July. We already have confirmation that on July 22nd, there's going to be a Pokemon Direct. So it just kind of feels like there'd be a bit much as far as July is concerned. Now, the other alternative is they just start dropping a lot of these games randomly, like they did with Splatoon Raiders. We know Splatoon Raiders is coming, and that was just a random Nintendo News app announcement. And we got the update for Splatoon 3 through this as well. So there's a chance that a lot of these games could just get confirmed release dates through the Nintendo News app. And I think that would be a little odd, personally. I think I would rather have a Direct. The final alternative is that they're actually still planning a Direct, and this is something that I'm kind of hoping for, because other companies do have a tendency to do this. Looking specifically at how Xbox did their Summer Games Fest showcase, they had the showcase, and then they had an entire separate Direct featuring The Outer Worlds and Grounded 2. So I really think that that would be a solid way for Nintendo to really get the ball rolling, because like I said, we've seen a ton of Donkey Kong Bananza. I don't really think we need to see more Donkey Kong Bananza personally, so I didn't think that was going to be in the Direct at all in general. So what they could do alternatively is announce a Nintendo Direct tomorrow on June 18th that follows the Donkey Kong Direct. We get the Donkey Kong information as its own thing, and then they do a separate Nintendo Direct and really hammer home that a lot of these third-party games that were announced at Summer Games Fest are actually coming to the platform. And I think this would be a really smart play on Nintendo's part, or even push that date back and we get it maybe next week. Before the end of June, we get an additional Nintendo Direct showing off all of that third-party stuff that could be coming to the platform. Like I said, there were a ton of games at Summer Games Fest that really looked like they should be on the Nintendo Switch 2, but there weren't Nintendo Switch 2 logos in a lot of those trailers. So what I could definitely see happening is there just being a surplus of third-party games in the next Nintendo Direct if they pushed it back to the end of the month. Looking at things like the last week of June, we could get announcements for release dates for Metroid Prime 4, for Kirby Air Riders, and then have a bunch of third-party stuff, and Nintendo just basically grabbing the bull by the horns and saying, we have third-party games on this platform, and here's what's coming to the system. I think that would be the best case scenario as far as new game announcements and things like that for the Nintendo Switch 2. I really think they need to get the ball rolling here for what else is coming to the system. We had massive sales, 3.5 million in the first 4 days for the Nintendo Switch 2. But if we want to keep that ball rolling and keep people coming in and buying the system, you need to know what games are actually coming over to the platform. So as of right now, it's just a very scary situation where we just don't know what's going on outside of the stuff that's already been announced. And a lot of the stuff that's already been announced, we don't know when it's coming. So very sketchy, worrisome situation right now with the Nintendo Switch 2. As someone who's incredibly excited and still very excited playing the system every day, I want to know what's next. I want to know what's coming. So hopefully this Donkey Kong Bananza Direct does not get in the way of an official Nintendo Direct, because like I said, I'm already in on this game. I'm already in, very excited for this game. I don't really need to see more, so I'm hoping that a 15-minute Donkey Kong exclusive Direct doesn't interrupt anything that could show off other games that are coming to the platform, because I'm sure there are going to be a lot other games coming to this platform later down the road. They just need to get that hype announcement and show everything, so that way people continue talking and being excited about the Nintendo Switch 2, so that way this console just keeps selling like crazy. So those are my thoughts. Just a little news update based on what came out this morning. Kind of crazy. Was not expecting this at all. So let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below. Do you think we're still getting another Direct this month? Do you think they're postponing it until a later time? Do you think they do one in July with the fact that there's already a Pokemon Direct that month? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, because it helps me out, helps the video out, and helps the channel out immensely. Check out the Discord where people over there hanging out and playing Nintendo Switch 2 games all the time. But until next time, peace.